Hi, welcome to Hootentin's Crafts. I'm Jeanette, also known as Mrs. Hootentin. Hootie Hootentin. I know, it can be like a little tongue twister. I'm sorry if I'm kind of shaky. I'm holding the camera. I try to position it, and it just wasn't coming out right. Anyway, I wanted to start a channel, and because I love watching so many other crafters out there, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to break out of my comfort zone. I'm a very shy person, really shy person, and I just thought, well, you know what? I'm going to break out of my comfort zone and try something that I've always wanted to do. So first, I'm going to tell you how I came up with the name Mrs. Hootentin. So years ago, I watched the movie Labyrinth. If you've never seen it, you have to go see it. It is an amazing movie. But who hasn't seen it? So the Goblin King, he transforms into this beautiful owl. I want to say it's a barn owl. I'm not sure. I just love owls. But anyway, he transforms into this really gorgeous owl. And ever since I saw that, I just fell in love with owls. And so I started calling myself Mrs. Hootentin because I don't even know how many owls I have. I would like to say that I'm the original first owl lover. Before it became a thing for everybody to love owls, I was the first. I like to think that. So I have owls on my neck. Can you see? My daughter got me this. Owls on my wrist. Whoops. Can't see it good, but I made this. So yeah, I love owls. Oh, owls behind me. This little guy right there, that's Sir Hoot the Third. I gotta finish him. But yeah, I love owls. So yeah, when I was a little girl, I loved crafts of all kinds. I started jewelry making. I love to cross stitch, and I love to latch hook. I love to do so many different things when I was younger, and I knew how to knit, but I only at that time knew how to do a scarf. You know, the regular knit purl, basic scarf. But I've always wanted to do so much more. My mom, she crocheted, and I thought she was like a genius crocheting. She just could do amazing things. You could say, oh, hey, I love Smurfs, which my brother did, and she just whipped out Smurfs. My other brother loved Ninja Turtles, and she whipped out Ninja Turtles. My sister and I, she would just make us whatever dolls we wanted, and things like that. And I just always wanted to do that and be a part of that world. And she tried to teach me several times, but she could never get the hang of, teaching somebody how to crochet or do anything, really. She couldn't, teach it. So 7 years ago, I was pregnant with my son, and I was on Facebook, and I saw all these really beautiful little baby outfits. At that time, crocheted baby outfits just started becoming a thing, and, taking pictures with them and everything, and I was like, I want to make these things so bad, and I just didn't know how. So, like I said, I was on Facebook. I saw somebody, and they were making all these hats and booties, and I was like, oh my goodness, can you please teach me? She was like, well, it's easy. Just look up loom knitting. I was like, loom knitting? I never heard of that, before. So I looked it up, and it was really cool. It was these looms. Yeah, you string the yarn around, and you take this little hook, and you loop it through. It's a really cool way to knit. Sorry, I had to switch. So it's a really cool way to knit. I started doing that. My husband went out. He bought me every single loom you could think of. Round looms, long looms, small looms, tall looms. Dr. Seuss for you. He just bought me every loom. My mom bought me the blanket loom, and I started making a blanket out of that. But however, I really wanted to crochet. It wasn't enough. It wasn't giving me what I wanted. So one day I was like, well, you know what? I'm not going to learn how to crochet. I suck. I just can't get it. Let me loom knit baby booties. So I taught myself how to loom knit baby booties. Well, I posted it up on Facebook, and somebody messaged me and said, hey, I know somebody who's been looking for baby booties. They're about to have a daughter. Would you be able to make some? And I was like, yeah, sure. Let them send me a message. So they messaged me and they said, hey, I heard you make things. I'm looking for these little baby sandals. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Send me the picture and I'll try to do them for you. However, the picture they sent me, it was crocheted. And, me being the responsible adult that I am, I politely told them I couldn't crochet. Yeah, that's not me at all. I told them, sure, I could do it. Matter of fact, I said, I could do it in 3 days. I felt like Ursula. I remember when she gave Ariel the 3-day ultimatum, like, you need to kiss a guy in 3 days. Yeah, that was me. I was like, I could make sandals in 3 days. Never crocheted in my life, but I could do this. So at the time, my mom, she was on dialysis, and her bedroom was downstairs. So I ran downstairs to her. I threw yarn on her and her hooks. I said, woman, you're going to teach me. She goes, I could try, but why? And I said, listen here, I have an order I got to fulfill. Please, mommy, please teach me. So she tried, but she failed. So I thought, you know what, tomorrow morning, the next day in the morning, I'll message him and I'll let him know, I'm sorry, I can't do it. That would have been the responsible thing to do, right? Well, the really responsible thing would have, came clean in the beginning. I don't think like that. I'm cuckoo, I stayed up all night long watching YouTube tutorials on how to crochet. And there was this English woman, I wish I remembered her name, but she was, I'm telling you, wonderful. Wonderful. I said that weird. But she was amazing, okay? She went step by step, very clearly, and the camera was like right there where you saw every single thing she did. So I was able to chain. I was able to work stitches into that chain. I was able to double crochet, half double crochet, like do everything. And I was like so proud of myself that I could do this. So I went and I looked up these baby sandals. I did a Google image search, and it popped up that it was actually a YouTube tutorial. So I was like, yes, I could do this. So I stayed up again the next day, like throughout the whole day and that night. I don't even know how I did that with a newborn. No wonder I'm cuckoo. I don't get enough sleep. So I stayed up all night long and all day, and I watched this tutorial on how to do it. And again, this woman, I think it was Whistle and Ivy baby sandals, but they were amazing. She was so slow with it, went into detail. I was able to press pause and start when I needed to. So I actually got the baby sandals done in 2 days. So I gave it to him on the 3rd, and then I was so happy. I never came clean about it. I was so happy, and then I get an email from him. My wife loves the baby sandals so much, and we want to know if you could make some outfits. So, again, I was very responsible. I said, listen, that was the first thing I've ever crocheted. I don't think I could do this. Yeah, that wasn't me either. I was like, yeah, sure. Tell me what you want. He wanted a snowman baby outfit, a reindeer baby outfit, a mermaid baby outfit, and a cowgirl baby outfit. All things I knew I couldn't do. But again, yeah, I could do that. Like, what was I thinking? Like, seriously, like, who does this? My husband was here. He'd be like, you, Jeanette, you do this. So anyway, I was like, okay. Let me see. There were no tutorials on this. So I was like, well, you know what? A cocoon. He wanted like a snowman cocoon. I loom knitted that. So I was like, well, that's easy. And I could loom knit the baby hat. However, on the baby hat, he wanted a little snowman hat with like the little, what's that? I forget what that little cherry thing is called. But he wanted it right on top of the hat. So there was actually a tutorial for that. So I got to follow that. I did that. There was one for the reindeer. I did that. The mermaid there wasn't, but I felt confident enough that I could do it. I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. I know the stitches. I've been practicing for years now. Days. I could do this. So to my surprise, I did. I do have pictures. I will do my best to insert them. If not, I will link my Instagram down below and you can check it out, and I think I have the pictures on there. If not, I'll double check and you can check it out and see, but I will definitely try to link the pictures. So yeah, I did it and I was so proud of myself. My mom was very proud of me. I wish I could have shown my dad. He passed away 16 years ago and he never got to see the things that I could make, sadly. But he was creative as well. Like there's 7 us kids, and both my parents were very crafty people. My dad was self-taught in woodworking. He would make cabinets and, whole kitchens. He could build houses. I mean, he was amazing. My mom, she could quilt. She made my sister-in-law's wedding dress. She sewed. She was amazing, my mom. She passed away 5 years ago now. So, yeah, but she was... I'm telling you. So all of us kids have a touch of our parents in us. Excuse me. We all have a crafty side. Each of us can do certain things. I took over the crafty world of my mom with the yarn and other things. My dad, he could put colors together that you would never think could go together. My mom goes, "You're just like your dad, Jeanette. You could do all these colors that, I would never put together." So that made me really happy that I have my dad in me. And also, he was self-taught. So I could self-teach myself things, by reading books and stuff like that. My mom could never do that. So that was another compliment she gave me. The biggest, however, okay? Now, I know if you know somebody that... Sorry, I got to switch again. If you know somebody that can crochet, you might think to yourself, they're the best. Like, they're the most amazing thing. That's how I felt of my mother. I felt like, oh my goodness. Like, she's this incredible, like, she can just whip things up and without a pattern. Like, boy, man, like, she's amazing. And she said to me, "I think you're better than me." I was floored. I was like, what? I think I, bawled when she said that. Unfortunately, she never got to see half the things that I could do now. I could make sweaters. I make amigurumi, my little Sir Hoot the Third. I have a whole bunch more of amigurumis I will show you. But like I said, I'll link my Instagram down below and you can check out. I did Fraggle Rock. That I think I'm most proud of because it came out identical. When I make something, I'm very OCD when I make something. I beat myself up. Like, it has to truly look like them, okay? If I'm making a character, I want that character to be noticeable. I'll show my kids and they say, "Hey, I know that." Then I know I did a good job. Or if I show somebody, they're like, "Oh my goodness, I know this," then I really know I did a good job. So I beat myself up. I did Fraggle Rock, and all the characters, except for Wembley, I did in 2 days. Wembley, however, took me 2.5 months to make. He has a very distinctive nose. His nose isn't like the others. He's very a goofy character. And so getting his nose right was so tricky for me. I just couldn't figure it out. And then finally, it was 3... Let me switch again. I'm so sorry. I gotta set it up properly. But anyway, so finally, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. And when it's 3 a.m., you become a genius. You'll discover how to make a light bulb without electricity. You're brilliant. And I was voila, I figured it out. I woke up, turned the light on, and I did it. My husband wasn't too happy about that, but he lived, It's years later. I mean, obviously he lived. Did he? Yeah, he did. But yeah, so I figured it out. I did it, and I was so proud of myself. I posted it in a crochet group. I got over 200 likes, which to me was oh my gosh. I just couldn't believe I did this. I had so many people requesting to order it from me, but my brother, he loves Fraggle Rocks, and he has a collection of figures and everything, so I gave it to him because I thought, you know what, I truly think he'll appreciate it, and I know that if I need to see them again, I can. And yeah, so like I said, that'll be my Instagram. I'll link that down below. But I did a whole bunch of things. My first amigurumi ever. So sorry for all the back and forth. But before my mom passed away, I gave up crocheting for a long time. I just couldn't do it because that was our thing, you know. I wanted to crochet because of her. She's a reason for my craziness, and I just couldn't do it. Well, one day I was on Pinterest, and I love Pinterest. So I was on Pinterest, and I saw this little monster. It's from a book. I'll try to link that down below too, the pattern, if you want to do it. But I was like, oh my goodness, my mom loved that monster. Like, that was one of her favorite children's books. She used to read it to my brother and I, like, all the time. So I was like, I'm going to do this. So I did. And it was really hard to do because you have to, like, brush the yarn out to make it furry. You had to do felt for the eyes and for the teeth and, like, certain things that I've never done before, but apparently I love the challenge. So I did it, and I couldn't believe it came out so amazing. I'll definitely try to do the picture. Again, my Instagram down below. But I did it, and I couldn't believe. Sorry. I'm so sorry for this. It's probably making you so sick. I apologize. But anyway, I couldn't believe that I did it. I made this monster. And right away, I ran down the hallway, ran down the steps to show my mom, and she wasn't there. So that kind of destroyed me, but I didn't give up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do this. You know, I have kids that are going to appreciate things that I make, and they do. I have a husband that really loves things that I make, and he's always asking me to make him things. I have family members as well, and I thought, you know what? My mom, she wouldn't want me to stop. You know, if she was here, she could see me and stuff. She'd, like, get busy, you know, and I know that. I know that. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to. We didn't give up moving on when my dad passed away. It was her and I together, best friends, you know. We continued to go on. So I know that that's what I needed to do. To continue to go on. And on top of it, it's a tradition, you know. Like, she started crocheting. She learned it from, I forget. Oh, boy. But she learned it, and it was through her family. And so now I can do that with my kids. You know, hopefully I could teach them. My daughter, I tried teaching, and she gets it a little bit. So hopefully I can keep going on and teaching her, so then she could keep it going and going and going. And the creative juices flowing that runs through our family. So, yeah. But anyway, those are things that I like to do. I mean, not all things. And when I say I truly dabbled in everything, I will say everything. I don't know how my husband even, like, put up with me. I was into clay. I'm still into jewelry making. I did bottle capping. You remember those bottle caps, and you would flatten them out, put a little picture inside, and you can, like, decorate it, punch a hole and string it to, like, a strand. I did those. I did so many things. That'll be a next little story. I'll tell you all the things I got into. My husband just went along. I'm sorry, this is choking me. My husband just went along buying it all for me. So I'm at 18 minutes. I just wanted to introduce myself. I really hope that this video is okay. I apologize again for the shakiness. I'm really nervous. And I'm sorry for saying a lot. I do that a lot too, because I'm shy and nervous, and then all of a sudden I ramble, and I told you I'm crazy. That's why I'm Hootentin. So anyway, I hope you all have an amazing hootie day. And please check me out if you like me. Like and follow, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to try to have a lot of amigurumi. You see, sir? I see ya. Yeah, he wants to be in this. He's like, finish me. I need to fly. So I'm going to do lots of amigurumi and lots of clothes and purses and tons of different things on here I want to show that I feel don't get shown enough. So I hope you liked me again. I'm Jeanette, Mrs. Hootentin, and this is Hootentins. Again, have a hooterific day. Hootentin out. Bye.